Hey guys, welcome to tonight's webinar on 48-hour social media makeover. I think that's what we're trying to
Woo! That's the one.
So you're here with Jessie from Get a Fresh Start and
hello, I'm Kat Abiate from Cat and Fox Digital. It's a new company. I actually almost forgot the name. That was awkward. I'll have to intro that myself more.
And Kat is a social media expert, viral content creator. I'm a doTERRA Presidential Diamond, 7-figure earner, e-course creator, and we have just recently created an e-course as well. But tonight we're going to give you some really high value free tips about how to make over your social media in 48 hours. So will we start out with the importance of branding yourself and creating good content?
Yes, let's do that. Let's get in like the meaty social media stuff, and then we're going to give you guys jobs to do because it's 48 hours and this is not a 48-hour live stream because we are going to bed. It's been a long day. We're so pumped for this that when it finishes, we'll probably crash. Jobs at the end to do, exciting, fun, epic jobs. We're going to film some tutorials for you. We're actually going to screen share at the end of this. Are we able to do that? Yep, to show you a few things, and Jessie will take you through those and talk through branding, being consistent, showing up, all that good stuff. So what should we tackle first?
Well, branding you, I think, is really important. People, like I didn't connect with a bottle of essential oil. That's my business. You might be in a different business, like, I don't know, yoga or photography or something else, but I didn't connect with a bottle of oil that I knew nothing about. It's about developing trust with the actual person that's selling it, because we're all selling the same bottle of oil. If you're in that business or another network marketing business, everyone in that business is selling the same thing, but it's connecting with different people and what they're going to bring to you. Like, again, you know, Simon Sinek, it's not about what you do, it's about why you do it. So if they actually connect and develop that trust with you, they're far more likely to want to buy what you're selling. And it's not even particularly about what you're selling, even though that is obviously life-changing, but it's about...
Can I get really nerdy? Yeah. All right, we're going to talk about a USP really quickly, and you don't need to remember what it means, but it's a unique selling point. So like Jessie just said, like, a lot of people who do network marketing are selling the same product. A lot of you guys aren't network marketers. You're literally an online business. There aren't too many original, unique products out. I know one. It's an awesome little product. It's an awesome company called Bean Me Up, and they do little coffee beans. You should check them out on Facebook. And not coffee beans, that's like little beans that grow, sorry, Beck, and they sprout. So, you know, like, that is her unique selling point. That's all she does. For everyone else, what's your unique selling point? What are you passionate about? What are your interests? How do people define you when they think about you? Because it's not your product.
Yeah, it is you. So rather than having a photo of essential oils or a logo, like, I don't connect with brands when they just have a logo as their profile picture. That's my personal preference. But I'm in the business of people, connection, service, making a difference. So I think it's really important to even just invest in one good photo of yourself. I use Cindy Lee from Studio for Photography in Brisbane. So if you're in Brisbane or surrounds, highly recommend her. And it's not like you have to go big and get 1,000 photos in the beginning. Just one photo you love and use that on everything. So branding is about being consistent, really super consistent with showing up and people recognizing you. So if you do just get one good photo of you that you love, doesn't even necessarily have to be a professional one. Like, even your friend might be good at photography. Go outside, get in nature, get some good lighting, have one amazing profile photo where you're looking at the camera, or you can see your face and your smile and your eyes. You're not like duck face or something weird. You actually need to see you. Then that is really, really helpful. And even, you don't need to have a logo and stuff. So, you know, there's people of varying places in their business that are on this webinar. So if you've just started, don't have a professional logo, we are going to show you how you can make a really simple one. Yeah, Kat doesn't. Her logo was made by her on Canva. So we're going to show you actually how to use that. And then you can just save that as a JPEG and just use it, like upload it into your own Canva images. Like, you make it on Canva, save it, and then reuse it on all your stuff. So keep all your branding consistent and the same. Like, a lot of people get overwhelmed with Canva, and we are going to show you how to use that really simply tonight. But don't overcomplicate it and make a totally different image with a million different things on it every time you share something on social media, it's overwhelming visually and it actually doesn't convert that well. The images that convert the best are just like super simple, plain, and Kat was actually teaching me about this. I was overcomplicating my images, and just like my logo, photo of me or photo of us because we're creating something together, and then like super simple and fairly plain text. That's what converts best, not the super curly fonts and stuff that's hard to read.
Yeah, that's it. Because what you need to remember, and I think I'll go into a little bit about like, you know, what it looks like when you show up in someone's newsfeed as well now. What you need to remember is that your post, and I know we touched on this a little last time, but your post is competing with, I think it's something like 140 other posts on average for top place in somebody's newsfeed. So what Facebook does is first it delivers it to about 3% of your audience. And depending on how that first 3% go, it kind of defines and that's, you know, I'm not going to state that like it's fact. I've heard that before, but algorithms, it's all a big mystery, isn't it?
They change all the time anyway, but basically if people engage with your stuff quickly,
it's going to get shared.
Then it's more people are going to see it.
Yeah, exactly. And you can't game that. You can't game the algorithm. You can't analyze the way that things happened and tweak them and do that. You just have to show up, because when you show up, you get better at it. And do you know what performs the best on social media? Better content. If your content's better than the other people posting at the same time, if it's a little bit more thought through, or it's something quirky and funny and straightforward and simple, it's going to do well. So, for example, a really easy hack that you can use to improve your live streams, which you know that both Jessie and I are a huge fan of live streams. They're really high value, and Facebook algorithm does highly prioritize them on people's news feeds. What you can do, instead of streaming it directly onto your page, this is actually something I teach in my 1-hour social media strategy sessions. So you may have this for free. I will not send you an invoice to your email at the end of this, but live stream it to your timeline, your personal timeline, and set it to only me. I got this tip from an amazing live stream strategist called Katya Varbanova, who is a verified Periscope user, one of only 200 on Periscope from, I think, 2 million users or something crazy like that. Set it to only me and live stream your entire, whatever you were intending to do on your profile. Then watch it back. Watch back the whole thing, and just, you don't need to do anything with it. Like, you might notice where you've said or an angle looks funny, or you want to adjust something, or there's little things that you will pick up. So if you practice that for your next 2 or 3 live streams, and then you immediately, once you've done that, you go and do your live stream over on your page.
Or if you like it, you can even just change the setting to public and just post it.
Yeah, you sure can, if it's something that you're wanting to post on your private profile. And if you want to post it on your page, you know, just save the movie if you know how to do that, but it's a bit complex. So double it over, go do another one. Like, more content's good. It's definitely a good thing, because don't forget, there's 2 types of content. This is something else that we talk about that I learned from Katya, who is brilliant. There's the content that's high value, that you invest lots of time and energy into, and money maybe, or resources, or just your time. And then there's the content that's just you showing up. And this is the stuff you do get better and better and better at. And do you know what we were talking about for the webinar, which would be awesome if we went through, is those really simple things. You know how we were talking about, like, to solve everybody's tiny little problems.
Yeah, that's literally all it is. If you solve your customer or potential customers' problems, then people are going to want that. Like, if I put on Facebook, kids go the F to sleep blend or something like that, and someone has a kid that won't go the F to sleep, are they going to want to find out more about that? Or even, like, I remember I've created a really simple Canva image with the Passion Essential Oil blend, and I said, a school hit holidays, salting your game, spice things up with passion. So, you know, people aren't getting laid on school holidays because their kids are driving them insane. Do you want to change that with a bit of passion? So it's solving a simple problem with a simple solution. And then, guys, really important, this really, really bothers me. When people post a recipe, I get,
go and bloody make it. Go make it.
Especially when people in my team do this, I'm like, look, my face is going red. I'm not angry about it. When people post like a recipe or something about essential oils or solve a problem, and they give 0 call to action, I'm just like, it makes me rage. So literally in every post you do, even if it's something that's just high value, simple recipe, a simple tip. Literally say, if you want to find more about how to get these essential oils at wholesale prices, send me a message, or follow this link and do XYZ to get your essential oils. Don't just post random crap and then expect people to figure out where on earth to buy that. Like, oh, great, recipe with lime and cilantro. Where do I get lime and cilantro? Woo! Guess what? They're going to Google it, probably buy it off me because I have good SEO. And bum for you. So literally, if you're not doing proper call to action, even if it's just as simple as send me a message to find out how to get these at wholesale prices, why are you even on social media? Like, if they have no call to action, just don't even bother.
Totally. And look, you know, you can send them a follow-up in an email too. Like if you've got a free MailChimp account, all you need to do is, once you've set it up and you've done all your automation workflows and done all the things, you can have one called recipes. And you can say to them, like, you can live stream yourself in your kitchen. You can use a $70, $20. You can get one of those $2 little, where's your stand? There's like a little mobile phone stand. Jessie uses it all the time. Just, you can live stream like the end result of what you've made, or using your product. If you're in a business that sells physical products, you can talk about that physical product and what you're using it for. And if it's something that a lot of people do generally, you can say to them, hey guys, when you finish, just click down here. It's a link to my MailChimp list. Join that. I'm going to shoot out an email tonight, and it's going to have the ingredients list and a recipe, or the email will have details on how I do X, Y, Z, or whatever it is. You don't need to get high tech. Social media is evolving away from the glossy and the pretty, and we're coming back into being more realistic and raw, because there are so many tools out there that are trying to overcompensate. So people appreciate you for that. They don't need the person that you're not. Mm-hmm. They do you like my makeup though? You know, I still do that. But having said that, like, just show up how you are. I'm comfortable wearing makeup when I'm on camera, and I like to do it, so I do, and that's what I'm good with. In a Google Hangout, for a video, I posted a video. I actually live streamed it on the wrong page.
Excellent.
So I was in my kitchen the other night, and my kid's on the bench because, you know, I'm all about the safety, OH&S. I was standing next to him, it's fine. And we were making lavender Play-Doh next to my Thermomix because I wasn't bright enough to use it or Google a recipe because it puts my kid to sleep. Actually, Layla from Thermo Mama, I think it's called, popped on to say, why aren't you using a Thermomix? I'm like, I didn't think of it. But I
so much easier, dude.
I know. I need to sort my life out. I do. But he's on the bench. I'm mixing up my Play-Doh, my cooked Play-Doh, which is like hot tap water, and then some lavender essential oil, and the oil. I can't even remember the ingredients now, but I mixed it all up, and I'm live streaming. I'm like, I don't even know what page I'm on. Anyway, I live streamed it onto my personal page instead of my son's Facebook page. He's a model. It's okay. And I got 15,000 views. I was like, what the hell? That's nice. Like, my video got it. They don't see my kid very much on social media. They always see like either my glossy photos or little stories or anecdotes, or me like giving, I give a lot of like technical information, or I'll tell them little stories, or about meeting Pat Flea, and everybody's over that saga now. I hope you guys went.
Oh, I got another thing that really pisses me off on social media. When people apologize for posting about their business, I'm like,
oh yeah,
what the hell? People are like, oh, I don't post about my business much on here, you guys, but I just had to let you know about this. Like, immediately, I don't want to bite anything off you ever, because you're obviously not confident, and you're actually embarrassed and ashamed about what you're doing, and you think people don't want to hear about it. Like, on my personal profile, I post about doTERRA. Like, that's what I do. I'm in the Caribbean. I'm in Ireland. I'm doing a workshop. I'm at an event. I have a webinar on. I post that because people that are following or friends with me on my personal profile, there's plenty that are in doTERRA. And if they're not, they see stuff. Sometimes they'll message me and want to enroll. You know, I met Kat at a networking event, and I don't know if she was following my page, but she was following my personal profile and kept seeing that kind of stuff pop up. Obviously, it's not all doTERRA because it is my personal profile, but I'm not like, hey guys, sorry. I don't normally share this, but I'm going to share it this time. Like, it just, yeah. What's your thoughts on that?
Definitely. And don't apologize for the quality of your content either. Like, you're under no obligation to deliver gold every time you go onto your page. So this comes back to there being two types of content. There's that kind of really key cornerstone content that's epic and huge and delivers super value, and it's the one that everyone tags their husband in to take note and go and buy them all the things from the shop or buy the thing. Then you've got just your day-to-day showing up. Like, serve your existing community in a really high value way. If you see something cool that you'd call a friend about who's got the same like interests as you, post it on your page after you get off the phone and have that conversation, especially if you just talk to a friend, because you've just gone through it. It's all kind of structured in your head. You know what you're talking about, and like it's all, you've got all the points down pat.
It comes back to my trademark: if you don't share what you have to offer, you're a dick. That's what I tell everyone.
That's beautiful. I like that.
Epic. Because, like, and that's the other thing some people get funny about, including you, Kat, and you're calling out on this, is evolving what you do on social media. So Kat didn't want to share anything about our e-course or our webinars on Parker Miles' page, which has like 23,000 followers. 24,000 followers. And a half.
He's like 5 times more popular than I am, I swear to God.
Oh, I don't want to share the webinar because that audience doesn't want to hear about that. I'm like, so there's no mums with special needs kids in the world that want to learn how to make money online or do social media well or have home-based businesses so they can be with their special need kids and make money from home. So I smashed Kat around about that. I was like, mate. And then she actually posted. I saw you post.
Oh, good, you saw it. I'm not going to show you. I was pretending to ignore you. I'm like, it's not even happening right now. But I did. I did a post on his page. And like Jessie's absolutely right, because there are people out there who would really benefit from this. It's at an early bird price, and it's a free webinar. Like I literally said, here's what I said. Anyone who follows us here and is interested in social media, learning many of the techniques I use right here on Parker's page to get the word out there, and building your business online, stop and buy. It's free because we're promoting our new course. Note, if you're not interested in social media and growing your business, don't show up because you'll be super bored. For everyone else, it's going to be amazing. Kat. So,
yay, proud of you for working through that block.
Yay. So like I really quantified it, because there are a lot of people out there who, I was actually amazed at how many people who I know and like friends and people who follow me that have enrolled for the course that I didn't even know were in online business. Like, I feel like I should know more about you guys. You're all awesome.
Yeah.
I knew that.
So I have this a lot. People are like, oh, I've already got this page, but at the moment it's only cooking recipes, or at the moment it does this, or like, you know, I started my Get a Fresh Start page, which is now Jessie Ryman's Get a Fresh Start, because I want to brand me as well as the original blog name. And it was all about the Heart Foundation petition and like I was breastfeeding and birth and breastfeeding advocacy and food and all of that stuff. And as I evolved and my interests changed, that page evolved. So I'm not really that interested in getting food 100% perfect and eating everything organic and like hardcore XYZ. That actually made my health worse rather than better over time, because it was so obsessive. So it's evolved away from that into essential oils and lifestyle and helping people create financial freedom and turning into courses I'm passionate about and teaching people about tapping and EFT. That became a massive interest of mine. 5 years ago, I didn't know what tapping was. So imagine if I was like, oh, my original audience 5 years ago doesn't want to know about tapping and EFT. They don't want to know about essential oils. They don't want to know about where my life's going. Like, it's okay to evolve, guys, and it's okay to start sharing about things that you've never shared about. And you might lose some followers. I certainly did. But I gained a whole lot more, and I gained people that are interested in what I'm interested in now, not who I was and what I was interested in 5 years ago. So rather than apologizing and freaking out and like, oh, this audience follows me just for recipes that are definitely not going to want to know about essential oils. What if you started cooking with essential oils and incorporating them? It doesn't have to be like, buy this, and again, whatever else your business is. Evolve it, and it's okay, and you will continue to grow that audience, and they'll move with you in a river. It doesn't have to stay in one place.
Yeah, and the same thing applies to other businesses as well that are even bricks and mortar. So I know that a lot of people that have enrolled in the course who have either an e-commerce store where they sell clothing. So I'm going to buy all the kids' clothing during this course. Yeah, this is going to be amazing. But there's that, and what was I going to talk about with the clothing? Oh yeah, like, you know, do some live streams. You don't have to go, here's the product, here's the product, here's the other product, here's my kid looking cute in the product, here's someone else's kid looking cute in the product. The pages that I love to follow, do on their social media, and get on Snapchat if you don't use it already, or use some of that Snapchat style on your Facebook. A business that does it really well is, I'm going to totally mentally blank, but they're the business that has that shirt that says salty hair don't care on the back. you guys will remember. I reckon it'll be in the YouTube comments by the time that we finish. But like, her brand's amazing, and she does heaps of cute little Snapchats, and she's like, oh my God, look at all these piles of clothing and things. And she's going through like the behind the scenes stuff in the business is fascinating because it's boring and hard work to you sometimes. But to a customer, they're like, man, there's so much that goes into this before I get my final product that I had no idea about. Doesn't mean they're going to go open an e-commerce store, but they're still interested. I mean, there's a reason like people watch documentaries online. We're not all going to become an ice road trucker, and that's okay, I feel.
Yeah, exactly.
But it's still fun. Like, I have watched way too much ice road truckers in my day.
Absolutely.
I bet you've watched Temptation Island at least once.
I've never watched that. I'm proud to say.
Me either.
I don't even know what that is.
Let's move on to tutorials.
Right. Being consistent and showing up. Like in the beginning when I posted stuff on social media, there wasn't heaps of likes, comments, shares, engagement, all of that stuff. But it came over time. So, you know, don't worry about that. Just keep showing up. But basically, let's do some screen share now and show you guys a bit on Canva. Oh, wow. Bear with me, I'm not amazing at this. Am I doing this right?
Green button.
Green button. Thanks, mate. You see, you don't have to be amazing at this stuff, guys. And, so this is my Canva. Whoa. Yeah, and basically, so like this one that I created the other day. You can reuse this stuff. So see how, like, this is just railway font. This is obviously a photo of Kat and I, and we have our logos down the bottom. But what you can do if you're wanting to like have consistency with your brand, you make something once and then you duplicate it. I've already kind of done that here, but I'll show you. You duplicate it, and then if I'm wanting to change this up to say like, you know, join our free webinar. Can't even spell. Or whatever. Still can't spell. Excellent. Whatever you want to say. So you're using the same stuff. And you can just use that again and again. And then basically you just go, don't annoy me with your crap. Download JPEG. I always do JPEG to share on social media. And then you can just go pages 2 if you're not wanting to download the first one that you made. So it means that you're not having to create different stuff all the time. You just create consistent stuff and then change it up a little bit to whatever you need. You can then like delete that photo and upload a photo. Like you just go into upload, and I've got all the stuff that I've previously uploaded here. So I might just want to drop in an image of Kat. Like over here, you can use elements. I use frames a lot. So you notice in our like social media promotion stuff, we use oval frames, and when you drop in a picture of me and Kat. So all you do is drop that in, resize it obviously so it's not the size of the whole thing, and then drop in a photo of Kat, the sun in the background. Then you can just click on it to move it over, click the little tick, and we have that photo of Kat there. Maybe you want to use it to go over the top of that other thing, you know? Obviously this is like crap, I'm just showing you guys how to use it.
Beautiful.
And I would delete that other thing. But yeah, like you can use text. So if I'm wanting to add a subheading or a little body of text, or I'm wanting to put something up here, just whack that in there. Again, use railway, blah, blah. And then sometimes it doesn't work, and you just gotta do that,
Blah.
etc. So it's super easy, guys. It's user-friendly, it's easy. You can actually like copy people's layouts, but I find a lot of these too busy and is not on brand. So I prefer to just have like simple, some text, a photo. And again, this is Kat's like logo of her name that she just created on Canva. Sure. So let's show you, because what we're going to do tonight is show you how to actually create a webinar and show you how to create a Facebook event cover for your webinar. So once you, if you don't have a logo, you can create one and just use your name. That could be my logo, whatever.
Amazing.
Yeah, beautiful, isn't it?
Love it.
So you can obviously change font here.
You can also upload fonts into Canva if you've got Canva for Business. So you just go on any font website, buy a font, they're like $10, maybe 30, who knows. And that's your font. You own full rights for life. Choose your favorite, upload it into Canva, and you can use it for everything.
Yeah.
So that's fairly easy as well. And I may actually do a tutorial on that on my YouTube channel sometime next year. So stop being excited about it yet.
Cool. And then you can just download it as a JPEG and then like literally upload it and use it on everything. So this will be our logo, and we can just whack that over there somewhere. Again, we can get a frame and I don't know, use this weird box looking frame. I'm doing a webinar with Jackie, say, about essential oils for kids on the spectrum, for example. Just change the font as necessary. Obviously, this is super basic, but honestly, basic is better. And then I just put Jackie's name in and whatever. Then you just download it as a JPEG and it's done. And then you can upload that into your Facebook event.
That's true art.
Yeah, it's pretty good, hey?
It's beautiful.
This is like the kind of high value stuff I teach people. So
very nice.
You can see, guys, like, and I'll just tell you because Kat told me this, Railway is one of the highest converting fonts.
Yeah, it's readable. It kind of your eyes flow over it quite easily.
See how it looks good? So I just use Railway on all things because it looks good.
Yeah, so if you look at all the very, very largest viral sites in the world, littlethings.com is one good example. They actually use this font, and a lot of others do too. But just choose your favorite. Make sure it's really readable. Even go on, like have a Google of what the best fonts are to use. Every designer on the planet will tell you it's Helvetica. Canva don't own Helvetica. They own Helvetikish, I believe.
Right.
Which is eerily similar. So you could just use that, really.
So we want to stick with Railway or Helvetica for highest converting.
Helvetikish.
Helvetikish.
Registered trademark.
Excellent. Okay, jolly good. So now we're going to show you how to set up a free webinar using YouTube, but Google Hangouts within YouTube. Now, Kat and I both wanted to punch ourselves in the face trying to learn how to do this. It took Kat 3 years.
3 years. 3 years.
Because when you Google it, like this is how I teach myself most things. I Google it for a long time and then like cry while trying to do it.
I've thrown my laptop across my backyard before in my gazebo. The day that I found out the difference between a self-hosted WordPress site and WordPress.com, because it took me 3 flipping months. Yeah. I was angry. Anyway, tell them about the thing.
Yeah, I had that same thing. I was like, what is the difference between WordPress.com and WordPress.org?
Blew my mind.
Yeah. So anyway, Facebook, because Zoom, like you've got to pay for Zoom, right? And you cap it at 50 or 100, depending on how much you pay for it, blah, blah. Plus, you know what's cool about having it on YouTube is then once we go live, so this webinar we're doing right now, it's like live right now, that's where it is. But this is the last one we did, where is it? Social media and engagement and sales funnels in your sleep. So we had 400 people, 400 or 500 people on live with us on that. It's been watched 3,708 times, and it's on YouTube for life, so people can Google it, and people can share the link, and people can, share it elsewhere. So if you do it on Zoom or another thing, it's hard to get the replays out and get it out there in a really, like, what am I trying to say, user-friendly, engaging way. So if we go to Video Manager, so you obviously need to have a YouTube account, which is like free and easy to set up, but go to Video Manager, and go to where it says live streaming. This is what like I literally wanted to die trying to figure out. It just, so annoying. So I kept trying to figure out the stream now. Ignore the stream now thing. It's really complicated. You don't need it. Go to events underneath stream now and go to new live event up the top in the right hand corner. And then so I was doing essential oils for kids on the spectrum. Now, obviously, I'm not going to talk about curing, diagnosing, anything like that. It's more like supporting kids if they're feeling anxious or overwhelmed or helping them focus. So that's what we're going to talk about on our webinar. So I'm going to create it. Jackie and I are doing said webinar, pretend webinar, but no, it sounds like a pretty good webinar. I should do it with Jackie. On August 22nd at, say, 8 p.m. So I try to do things when people's kids are more likely to be in bed, and obviously they can watch the replay as well. So then we can say webinar with Jessie, Reimers, and Jackie on supporting kids on the spectrum. Epic. And you want to leave this setting here as public, and you want to leave it as quick using Google Hangouts on Air. And then you just go create event. And then
start the Hangout on Air, and we'll enter Google Inception. Don't do that.
I won't do that. So when you actually go to start the webinar at that time on August 22nd at 8 p.m, you literally click Start Hangout on Air. It'll open a new window, and then down the bottom you'll click this green thing that says Start Broadcast, and you'll be able to go live. As soon as it ends, it goes live to Facebook, as I said, and people can watch the replay. But also you can click on this link now, and people can set the reminder, but this YouTube link up here is what you can copy and paste. So just Command-C or right-click copy, and that's what you can set up in your, I'm just gonna shut Facebook down because that's really bothering me. That's what you can, so you can create the Facebook event, like on your business page or personal profile, or in a Facebook group. You can create several ones. So often I'll create it in a group, like in my members section for people in my team. And if it's one teaching people about stuff that they want to learn about, like this one, so I'll be advertising in my group as a Facebook event that people get invited to with a nice Facebook cover relevant to the webinar, and also creating one on my page, again, with a nice Facebook cover, description of what it was, where to go, what time, etc. And bang, you've got a free webinar. Okay, I'm going to stop screen share now if I can ever work out how to do that. Excellent. That is really not fun watching that. So, like for this webinar, we've got 2,000 people registered through our landing page also that we created, and the last one we had over 2,000 as well. So that's adding thousands of people to our mailing list. So obviously you can create webinars and still get, this is how I used to do it before I knew how to do landing pages, just create a Facebook event, post a YouTube link and a thing. But if you're really wanting to capture those leads and be able to follow up with them really effectively, that's where the landing pages come in really handy. That's where the automated MailChimp follow-up series come in really handy. So we've actually taught you something really high value, how to actually create a free webinar, how to do the Facebook event, but the massive capturing and converting of leads is in those landing pages and in the follow-up automated series, which is what we teach you how to do really simply in the e-course that we've created, Social Media and Sales of Soul. Yay! Yay! So yeah. Yeah. Anything else you want to add?
Yeah, a couple of things. So firstly, your mailing list is super important, guys. So if you take anything from this today, it's that you need to go and set up your MailChimp and figure out all the things. And if you can't figure it out, buy our e-course. Now, if you do choose to buy our e-course, which I will remind you is still priced at $555 Australian dollars. How much is that in US dollars, by the way?
I don't know, not much. People pay like $7,000-$10,000 for what we're teaching. So it'd be, I don't know, what, $350, $400 US?
Yeah, about that. So basically it would be definitely under 400, which would make the 2 repayments less than 200 US over 2 months. So you can actually split this up. Guys, if you didn't know, we have the early bird open until the 23rd of August. And yeah, you can split it into 2 payments. We'll send you out both the links. I'm going to do what I did last time, and I said I'm not going to because it's going to kill me. And Jessie's like, go on, you know you love it. And she's right, I love it. So I'm going to give away 5 social media strategy sessions again, because I had so much fun with everybody who, I've done all those strategy sessions now, and we have had some amazing results already, as well as some
backstory on that. Sorry, for our last webinar, we offered for the first 5 people that enrolled in our e-course that they'd get a free social media strategy session with Kat.
Yes.
So she's done those 5. And now we're offering the next 5 people that sign up, like right now. E-course will get a strategy session with Kat.
First 5.
Yeah. From immediately now.
Right now. What's the time? Thursday, 8:34 p.m. AEST. Maybe we'll backdate it to 8:32. Yep. So here's a testimonial from a beautiful woman named, I probably shouldn't read her name out because I didn't ask her. I just stole the testimonial off my Facebook page. I know it's public, but I get funny about that. Anyway, it's on my Facebook page. I'm going to ask her and share it later because it's divine. So I did a strategy session with her, which wasn't even formal. I literally just, she was too busy. I helped her in Facebook Messenger for about half an hour. So I'm a huge believer, she said, I'm a huge believer in the keep it simple, stupid theory, but get totally overwhelmed with all the different mediums, programs, and strategies out there. So I outlaid a full strategy for her launch for her. Have experienced Kat's genius. Oh, I've got to say that without laughing. And hugely appreciated her honest advice with strategies to get what I wanted, but thousands of dollars cheaper than what I was preparing to pay. And my jaw dropped when I heard her talk about what she was planning. Anyway, well done, Kat, Queen of Kiss. So there you go. Mwah.
Queen of keeping it simple. Absolutely.
Keeping
that
it
is our
simple.
motto.
Yes.
So for those of you wondering, yeah, cool, I want to buy the e-course, where on earth do I do that? Go to my website, www.getafreshstart.com.au, and go to the social media and sales of soul e-course tab. It's on the top right of the website. Is there a bit.ly link?
There is. There's a bit.ly link, which is bit.ly/social media sales with soul. So I'll double check that and make sure it works. And I am super excited because this will give me lots to look forward to this week. Do we want, by the way, thank you so much to everyone last webinar that we did that showed up, because how epic was it scrolling our Facebook and Instagram and looking at all those live streams you guys did using #SoulChallenge. Like, I'm not kidding, I got goosebumps. Like, that was mind-blowing seeing you guys put yourself out there.
Yeah,
and so,
loved it.
Yeah, amazing. So everybody who hasn't done that, jump on and use the #SoulChallenge. Feel free to tag Jessie and I, Kat Abianic and Jessie Rummers Get a Fresh Start, or on Instagram, Kat Abianic and Get a Fresh Start. And #SoulChallenge on it, and just tell us who you are and why you love what you do. If you've already done that, what should they do?
The Facebook cover and create your first webinar, guys. If you haven't done a webinar, or if you have, create one using YouTube, Google Hangouts, because the replays on it and the engagement off the back of that.
And make sure and make sure you post that event everywhere. Post it in all the groups that you own, post it on your Facebook page.
Yep.
Call up people and say, hey, I'm emailing you a link. Let me know if you'd like to come. Take it offline, take it online, do all the things. Just really push it out there, because it doesn't need to be fancy. It's just you showing up.
Let's give them some ideas for what to do a webinar on. So you can literally do an intro class to essentials. If you're new to doTERRA, you can read off the Empower Kit. You can be smelling the oils. You can share a few experiences. You can do an intro class. You can do emotions and essential oils. You could do doTERRA business opportunity. You know, if you're a yoga studio, you can set up the camera and literally show them some simple yoga poses. What else?
Yeah. So if you're a boutique or a small business or a clothing brand, you can show them easy ways to style clothing. And this is something else that I really recommend is you don't need to be the expert at everything. Like, I suck at so much stuff. Everybody knows. It's genuinely no secret. I just go and find people that are really good at stuff.
Interview someone. If you don't know what to do, interview an expert.
Yeah, interview an expert, because I could not have launched this course by myself.
I couldn't have launched it by myself.
Like, yeah, the tech side of it, she nails. It takes me forever. Like, I just write the strategy and go do all the things, and then I just get my admin.
I nail the tech side.
Yes. And the strategy. We have a really good combo, because a lot of my knowledge gaps Jessie just rolls with. So it's actually...
I just like make it up as I go. I'm like, right, don't know how to do that. Again, I'll Google it and learn.
I love it.
Today.
I love it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
If you don't want to Google it and learn and cry a lot, buy an e-course.
That's way easier. bit.ly/social sales for soul, social media sales for soul.
I don't know. You better get that link right, mate.
I reckon 5 people have already bought it. I think it's okay. We'll send you an email.
Getafreshstart.com.au, right-hand corner, social media and sales of soul. Thanks, guys.
Bye.
Have a good one. Implement what we've taught you. It's going to be epic. See ya.